our core values, which is respecting the legacy market, respecting the fact that, as a former undercover police officer, to be in the cannabis industry now, there had to be, and there was, a significant amount of people that I had made relationships with that would help sort of vouch for, what we're trying to do. But, beyond that, we're able to provide value in a sort of peek behind the curtain, if you will. Law enforcement is a big piece of this industry. And, somebody like myself has the knowledge to make sure that, we get treated fairly. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors that law enforcement can put up very seamlessly, and a lot of language that can be used that's like super confusing and hard to navigate through. But, it's, I would say, impossible to pull the wool over my eyes in that regard, because that's an industry that I thrived in, and I understand that language like breathing. I was on a site visit. Actually, a different consulting firm engaged with us to do a site visit, and the local law enforcement officers were going to be there, their marijuana enforcement teams, et cetera. And, the goal is just to make sure that we were treated fairly, with no bias and no extras. We call it like extras, right? And everything was fine. And when it was my turn to kind of talk, they kind of could tell or the conversation started like, who are you and what are you doing? What's your background? And once they understood I was a police officer, the language changed to the client, right? It was much more transparent. It was, I don't want to say friendly in that we're like, the goal isn't to get any favors, nothing like that, but the goal is to be treated fairly. And as we know, we've heard about green tax, et cetera, and predatory vendors. Law enforcement can be no different. Not every agency is the same. So they may come with their own biases and hurdles that, we have to jump through that may not actually exist. And so by injecting myself in that situation, we're able to, really kind of just cut through the BS and make sure that, things were done how they're supposed to be done. And, our site inspection went flawlessly, and that was it. But having somebody on the team like that to really just be able to speak up or, translate a little bit, if you will,